The yacht carrying my parents and sister exploded at sea. There were no survivors, left with an empty house and a mountain of debt. My heart was hollowed out by grief. I was standing on the edge of a rooftop, ready to jump, when lines of text, like comments from some unseen audience, scrolled across my vision. Actually, your parents won $300 million in the lottery. They took your precious baby sister abroad to live in luxury. Hee. And what the baby sister doesn't know is that the poor, blind boyfriend she dumped is actually the heir to the Croft fortune. He was just playing a pretend to be poor game with her. When she blows through all the money and comes back, the enraged Mr. Croft is going to lock her away and punish her. The cannon fodder needs to jump faster. Can't wait for the real heroine's return. Suddenly, I decided not to die. That night, soaking wet and reeking of cheap whiskey, I stumbled into Donald Croft's shabby apartment. I woke to the faint light of dawn, my body aching all over. As I turned my head, Donald's eyes fluttered open. He was blind. A car accident 6 months ago had stolen his sight. My sister, Mila, disgusted by his poverty and disability, had tried to break up with him countless times. His beautiful eyes, usually unfocused and empty, were always fixed on some distant, unseen point. But for a split second just now, I could have sworn he was staring right at me. Just as quickly, however, his gaze returned to its usual hollow vacancy. His voice was a low rasp. Mila, is that you? The comments flooded my vision again. What the hell? The cannon fodder didn't die, and now she's in bed with Donald? I'm so mad. Is she trying to impersonate Mila? Donald's eyes have been fine for a while now. If she tries to deceive him, she's going to die a horrible death. So, he could see all along. I bit my lip, trying to calm the frantic beating of my heart. My voice was filled with a carefully crafted helplessness. No, I'm her sister, Lena. My sister. She passed away. I came by yesterday to bring you some of her things, but I was drinking, and I don't remember anything after that. I glanced at the clothes on the floor, torn and crumpled into a ball, and awkwardly looked away. Were you thinking I was Mila last night? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been drinking, but I was just so heartbroken. After all, I whispered, my voice breaking. I'm all alone now. I let out a small, choked sob. The comments swirled. So stupid. She's actually making excuses for him. Donald isn't really blind. When she threw herself at him last night, all soaking wet, I saw him react instantly. What man could resist a bombshell throwing herself into his arms? This girl is a scheming bitch. My body trembled slightly. The thin blanket slipped from my shoulder, revealing the red marks on my pale skin. Donald's Adam's apple bobbed. After a long moment, he finally spoke. I'm sorry. I mistook you for someone else. With red-rimmed eyes, I clumsily wrapped the tattered remains of my clothes around myself. In that case, I said, my voice thick with feigned dignity, let's just pretend this never happened. I should go. Please, try not to be too sad. I stood up, but my legs gave way, and I nearly collapsed. Donald reached out to steady me. The moment his fingertips brushed my wrist, I flinched. More comments. He's not sad at all. He already found out Mila faked her death. He even hired those debt collectors himself. Forcing Lena to kill herself was his first warning to Mila. Mila has no idea her life has been hijacked. I hate her. Die. Cannon fodder. Die. 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 I kept my head down and hurried out the door. When I got home, the loan sharks who had been lurking downstairs were gone. My stomach dropped. They really were his men. I closed the door and sank to the floor, exhausted. My body ached everywhere. Of course, I hadn't been drunk. My original plan, born of desperation, was simply to win a shred of his sympathy, to get him to call off his dogs. I never expected his reaction to be so intense. We'd gone at it all night. A bitter smile twisted my lips. Donald had been injured in the car accident while saving Mila, but after he became a disabled blind man, she couldn't stand the sight of him. She ignored his texts. She made him wait for 3 hours in the freezing rain while she video chatted with someone else upstairs. She called his gifts cheap and threw them in the trash right in front of him. I used to feel sorry for him, but now I saw it was all just a game for a bored, rich